ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
Welcome back. 70 years ago, you might have spent the day dressed up in your Easter finery and walked down Main Street. Both Salt Lake City and Ogden had Easter parades, and it seems like hats were the big thing. Of course, Craig Wirth has the film, pictures, and a few newspaper ads for $11 dresses.
Hats for every mood. Back-brimmed straw to frame a pretty face in flattery. Wide brims for romantic interludes.
Yes, sirree. The Easter parade used to be big stuff. We see the Salt Lake Easter parade was brilliant in 1915. Earlier, the Ogden Standard previewed the hats of 1911. Now these were real hats, pretty much like wearing a couch cushion on your head. But for the Ogden men in the 1920s, nope. The trend for derbies ain't cutting it here. Might have come back elsewhere. No, not in Ogden's Easter parade. Yes, it was all about Easter fashions. The Paris department store had special suits for a little over $9. And of course, the hats. Oh gee, the hats, straight out of the garden. Speaking of garden hats, that's where we left off in the newsreel.
Take heart, ladies, they're not all severe. Flossy flowered fantasies are forecast. White daisies tell plenty in this jaunty fedora. And another horticultural highlight is a lacy apple blossom pattern.
Oh my goodness, and if you think those are outrageous, look at these.
You can let spring flowers go to your head by donning this snood. Head huggers from tailored spring ensembles, rough straw left and a straw roller.
They kind of tell us where we were as a country. Yep, that was a World War I helmet with bullets on it for the Easter parade. Although the Batman look is my favorite theme hat from 1939. Indeed, the Easter parade was a 50-year-old tradition by the 1940s. And if you're wearing a veil on your Easter bonnet, be sure it's fresh and crisp. There's nothing so dreary looking as a bedraggled wisp of veiling. Oh, how true, how true. Ah, yes, it was all about what to wear to the Easter parade. It was all formal, even for the kids. This is what ZCMI advertised, about the same as you found at Auerbach's. Aw, gee. And yes, great hat, little guy.
Something for every Easter parader.
I had no idea this was so big. My goodness, it was. Craig Wirth, ABC4 News.
In national news, today at the Vatican, about 100,000 people filled St. Peter's Square and the surrounding area for Easter Sunday Mass. Pope Francis presiding over the Mass that went on for just over 2 hours. So today's Mass was a highly anticipated moment, as many have followed the Pope's health challenges, wondering whether he'd be able to participate in Holy Week and be here for Easter morning. So for many, what they saw here today in the Vatican was an answer to some prayers. Now time to check in again on our pinpoint weather forecast. Nate, we're about halfway through the month. We're getting well into spring. What's the weather looking like for the next
I don't think folks could have asked for a better Easter Sunday as far as the weather goes, right? It was just phenomenal out there today. And we're going to continue to see that into tomorrow. Now, with the hot temperatures, the mild temperatures, the big warm-up, of course, avalanche concerns are going to be the big issue out there. In fact, there's a photo I want to show you. This is from the Utah Avalanche Center. I'll show you that after this photo. This is a beautiful shot of the stars out there at Alta tonight, Albion Basin. Again, showing clear skies, beautiful conditions. Here's the photo I wanted to show you. So Eric Newell with the Utah Avalanche Center. This is the avalanche that occurred along the Wellsville Range up Rattlesnake Canyon. Look at just the size of this slide. They suspect it was triggered by a cornice breaking loose, but you can see the trail of the path that this slide took, and it was just massive. They estimate roughly 800 feet wide. It slid roughly 2,200 vertical feet, and it just took down a lot of snow with it. So avalanche danger remains considerable or high for our mountain ranges here in northern Utah. I suspect that will continue tomorrow with even warmer temperatures than today. How much snow are we talking about? This is just looking at some of the memories that are flooding in. We all look back at the 1982-83 water year when we had flooding down State Street in Salt Lake City. Now, if you look back, that's the areas that you see shaded in pink. We had about 25.3 inches of snow water equivalent. This year we have over 30 inches. In fact, we're 30.1 today. Alta had 682 inches of snow. We've had 877 inches of snow so far today. And Salt Lake had 49.4 inches of snow. We've had 87.3 so far this year. So just kind of crushing some of the numbers from 1982. They tell us the drainage system and things are more developed and better off nowadays, so we shouldn't see the same scenario that we had back in the 80s this year. The flooding concerns that we do have, though, not expecting widespread flooding, but of course we know that some rivers and creeks are going to swell and run very swiftly. Areas that have been impacted, you can see the Ogden River, if you've been in that area, is running well above normal and is even flooding in some of the low-lying areas. Enhanced runoff, of course, at those lower elevations. Slot canyons down in southern Utah could be inundated with some of the runoff and the excessive water coming out of the mountain areas, the snowpacks. You want to avoid backcountry hazards. And if you're still in an area up in the higher elevations where you have a lot of snow around your home, you want to clear that snow away from the foundation of your home to maybe prevent some flooding, as that could be a concern as we see some rapid melt with some of the warmer temperatures. In fact, flood watches, in fact, a flood warning now for portions of Nevada. This is in effect through Tuesday evening. The warm snow melt, the rivers rising could cause some flooding. Of course, the streams and creeks are going to be rocking and rolling with some of the melt that we are seeing, the warmer temperatures. So something to keep in mind. It's not in effect for Utah right now, but again, I could see some areas that see some concern. Futurecast showing high pressure is in place, so we'll get a copy and paste of today's forecast tomorrow. More sunshine, warmer temperatures by a few degrees. On Tuesday, that ridge shifts east. We'll see southwest flow increase, so that's going to drive our temperatures up even more. We'll be within about 4 or 5 degrees of our record high temperature. And then here comes a trough that's going to start to drop our temperatures, bring in some clouds late Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies. I think we have a slight chance of some moisture late Wednesday into Thursday. Models are kind of differing on some of the timing with this next system. But overall, we're going to see these warm, mild temperatures go away after Tuesday. More seasonal temperatures, if not below average, by the end of the week. So highs tomorrow, Salt Lake about 72 along with Provo, Delta 75, 87 again for St. George. 76, not again, sorry, you were only 80 today in St. George, 76 in Lake Powell, 78 in Bluff, 61 in Ely, Wendover, 71 for your high. Forecast then for St. George, we'll see 89 on Tuesday, almost 90, we might hit it. Breezy winds, plan on partly cloudy skies Wednesday, Thursday. We do drop to the low 70s by the end of the week. Back to 80 degrees on Sunday, mostly sunny. The Wasatch Front, yeah, we've got temperatures rising into the low 70s on Monday. Should be 76 on Tuesday. The record high is 80 degrees from 1934. We drop about 10 degrees by Wednesday, down to just 50 for the high on Thursday. A little bit of moisture coming in, slight chance of some showers Thursday and Friday. Rebounding temperatures, though, more sunshine Saturday, Sunday, just in time for Wes to go out and do some golf.
I know.
Finally.
Look at the smiles on our
Wes
faces.
needs to.
Wes was outside the studio today just golfing because he missed it so much.
Just golfing.
So
Got to practice, right?
I'm glad we're there.